Planet Internet? I'm Emperor Cole, and this is Emperor Cole Film Review, brought to you by MindbenderENT.com. And today I'm here to review Defenders, Episode 7. This is part of my Defenders ongoing review. If you have not seen the episode, you definitely want to check it out, then come back to this review. Everyone who's seen it, let's get ready to take this ride together. Let's do it! Episode 7 opens up with a flashback between Stick and Electra, where it looks like they're kind of near some water and they're kind of having a powwow talking about Daredevil. Stick is disappointed in Electra and the fact that she wasn't able to recruit him and bring him into the chase. And she tells him, he's not like us, he can't kill on demand. And basically, Stick gets upset with her because he's telling her basically that you went soft. Like, when's the last time you came to me with excuses and weren't able to get the job done? So I think this ultimately factors in to later on when they cut back to the present day, and we see that obviously we know she killed Stick in the last episode. She killed Alexandra, and she also killed Stick. Both were people who thought they were in control of her, people who thought they were above her and were able to utilize her. And of course, all of our heroes, when they come to, they find themselves in the police precinct. Everybody's in their own individual rooms being questioned by the cops because they're trying to figure out what's going on. I thought this scene played out a little bit false because the police were being very hospitable and very nice to people given the fact that they found a dead body with them. And I also thought it was a little bit false the fact that Misty Knight is supposed to be a detective, and even though Matt Murdock is there with them, it's like she can't put it together that he's some type of a superhero himself. So I thought that was a little campy. In the scene when we had Madame Gao explaining to Electra that her killing Alexandra was not a smart idea because obviously Alexandra is their front person for a lot of their legit dealings, I thought this scene served its purpose as showing that the Hand has to have their business that they do in the dark as well as their business that they do in the light, which looks more legitimate. So the fact that she has a dual purpose and Electra just killed her, I thought that they did a very good job of showing that this is going to affect us on two fronts. Electra goes on to tell her that she does not care about the Hand. She only cares about getting the substance so she can make sure that she's beyond death. I thought that was very telling that things have 100% gone off the rails with Electra / the Black Sky, that she's not going to have anything to do with them after she's able to get the substance so she can make sure that she can keep resurrecting herself. I like the scene where Foggy shows up to the police station and he went and got Matt Murdock his Daredevil costume because obviously he needed it. And he gives him the quick speech and lets him know that your two lives are dangerously close to colliding. And lets him know, they need to only see you as a lawyer in all this. They can't, see you as being a superhero. You definitely can't let your secret get out that you're Daredevil. So I thought it was dope that Foggy showed up for his boy. One thing I didn't like about this episode that I thought was far too much of a cliche was the angry black supervisor police officer guy that's supposed to be Misty's boss. It kind of reminded me of a toned down version of the black supervisor / lead chief guy that was in the movie The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The way he's just yelling about everything and he's constantly being super negative and threatening his job, and I felt like that was the same type of thing they were doing with Misty. Another thing I didn't really care for in this episode was Danny being so gullible when he's fighting down in the hole with Electra. And of course, all it takes is for her to mention how he failed Kung Lung and how she killed the people there and how they all died because of him. And then Danny, like an idiot, summons the Iron Fist and starts trying to punch and swing at her all wildly. And then, of course, she's smart enough to take his hand and puts his fist up against the wall. And then, boom, just like that, everything is done. So Danny being that gullible shows that Danny is not able to lead the team because he's too impulsive. His emotions get to him far too frequently. And his judgment gets clouded. I also like the scene where when they're having the fight in the parking lot and the gas pipe gets hit and the fire is like shooting out of it, and they show that fire doesn't even bother Luke Cage and he's able to put it out with his hands and the fire doesn't bother him. I thought maybe that was going to be a hint that later on, if there was an explosion or something like that Luke Cage would be able to survive it. So of course, the episode concludes with the heroes having this big moral dilemma where a bunch of them are not 100% sure if they want to use C4 to blow up the building and bring it all crashing down on the Hand and their plans. It's like they're so afraid that other people might get hurt, but then Daredevil makes sure he lets them know, hey, the building right now, there's no one here. Only the Hand are here, so anybody that's present right now, of course, is a bad guy. This is something that I get tired of sometimes where I know the good guys are supposed to be the good guys. They're supposed to be good two-shoes. You can't fight an enemy that's willing to kill you and you're not willing to kill. It's like they're playing the game on level 100 and you're playing it at like level 65 where you just want to try to knock everybody out or try to get them arrested by the police. That was something I found to be a little bit of a cliche, that we have our characters always have to be so soft and so thoughtful. Maybe I'm just waiting on the Punisher series where I want the good guy to just be an all-out anti-hero and just be ready to kill anybody that gets in his way. And the big surprise at the very end of the episode is Danny waking up after he's punched this wall and opened up this door that the hand needed open. Danny wakes up and finds himself in a large cave with a large dinosaur skeleton, it looks like. And we kind of get the impression that something to do with either dinosaur fossils or skeletons. This is what the hand uses to create the substance where they're able to bring themselves back to life. Of course, this leaves us on the edge of our seat, wondering what's going to happen next in the series finale, the last episode. So this has been my review for episode 7 of The Defenders. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please make sure you share this video everywhere where sharing is allowed with any of your friends, whether they are Marvel, DC, or just superhero fans. Definitely share it with them. Feel free to comment what you thought, what you liked or disliked about this particular episode. Make sure you check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/MindBenderEntertainment. Follow us on Twitter at MindBenderENT. And of course, make sure you check out the website, mindbenderent.com. And remember, the future is now.